Okay, guys, it's time for Molly's 5 month update. Can we just take a minute to appreciate the fact that 5 months ago, right now, I was waiting around for Molly to be born? Anyway, let's get right into it. First of all, like, the first thing that she did was she started making like this kind of motion with her hands, like this kind of scratching motion. She'll like kind of scratch her head and do that, which immediately progressed to her when she's nursing. She like feels me and grabs fistfuls of my skin, and it hurts so bad. She pinches me when she nurses, and I can't like stop her because she doesn't know she's doing it, and so I just have to guide her hands away or like kind of hold her hands, and she'll grow out of it really fast when she has more control of her body. But yeah, she has started like doing this dealio, and she grabs fistfuls of my boob and she grabs my nipple, but obviously I put a stop to that right away. Some she grabs my arm. Some places it doesn't hurt. Some places it hurts a lot. She grabs my neck and that really hurts. I actually had a bruise on my boob from where she like just dug her nails, like just grabbed it, and I was like, where did this bruise come from? And then I finally realized it was from her, and I was like, whoa, child. So yeah, she's doing that. I have my big list. I have a really big list. She's done a whole lot of physical advances this month. She's starting to laugh more. So I have two little clips of her laughing.
Ba 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 boo. Ba 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 boo. Ba 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 boo.
And then another thing that she did this month, and like it's not like an often thing because she doesn't do this very often, because she doesn't have the chance very often, but she is starting to hold her own bottle with her own little hands. I found this little like handles extension you can put on the bottles that we have, and so here's a picture of that. Also, she has definitely found her voice. She is making all kinds of new sounds. She loves to make this kind of sound. And so I have a video of that. And also in the video, she found her feet this month. And so she loves to grab her feet. They haven't made their way to her mouth yet, but I know they will.
I'm so sad.
She's got her feet and she's squealing. Also, I just propped her up one day to see if she would do it, and she is. She is learning how to sit. She can sit up for a couple seconds on her own. That's very exciting. It started like halfway through the month. I decided to just try to sit her up, and so of course she was leaning like all the way forward. But the first time I did it, she actually stayed there for a few seconds and managed to balance and everything. And she tried so hard to pull herself up, and she was like, ugh, like trying to get up. And throughout just the past like 2 weeks, she is like grown a whole lot stronger. And the last time, like the video clip that I have of her doing it, she is sitting straight up. So it won't be long before she's going to be sitting completely on her own. And she's sitting. Oh my gosh. Look at you, you're sitting all by yourself. Oh my gosh. Boom. That also, she's starting to actually grab for toys and stuff, and she's starting to hold toys with two hands and like put them in her mouth, and so she's like becoming more of a baby, and I'm so excited. Another thing that she loves to do is she loves to suck on her lips and on her tongue, so she'll just be like, or like she does that all the time, and it's so cute. And she's becoming aware of her mouth, and it won't be long before she starts babbling because she's found her voice and she's doing that. So I'm really excited for her to babble. I'm not so excited for her to scream really loud during church, but whatever. Oh, look at you. Look at you exploring things with your mouth and holding them with both hands. She also loves to lay like upside down like this and stick out her tongue. But now when I give her her pacifier, she will actually like see it coming and she'll actually open her mouth for it. Like she'll be like, "Oh," and I'll stick it in her mouth. And she has gotten new pacifiers now. She's went up a size, so now she's using the like 6 to 18 month size because I couldn't find any that were smaller. Actually, I couldn't find the kind I wanted. Like we finally lost both of them. And so I went out and bought some new ones and I couldn't find I like the all silicone ones and I couldn't find them, so I had to get like the plastic with the silicone nipple, but it was the same brand and everything, so I was okay. I exhausted my resources. I could not find it anywhere. I don't know where they sell them, except for Babies R Us, and I don't want to go there because they're going to be really expensive. So I just got her some plastic ones, and she loves them. And I found one of our silicone ones. I put it in her mouth, and she spat it out. Like she doesn't like it anymore, so she's up a size. So that's cool. And she also can like grab it like this and just like take it out and hold it. And she tries really hard to put it back in, but she hasn't quite done it yet. Like she'll turn it sideways or upside down or whatever and try to stick it back in her mouth. But she'll get there. Her bald spot is finally going away. It's still there. It's going to take a while for it to like grow back, but yeah, her bald spot is finally going away, and her feathers are growing in, so to speak. Like babies are born with like soft downy hair, and then their hair starts to grow in about like 5-ish months. At least that's how it is in my family. I know it's different across the board, but like with me, I was born with jet black downy hair, and then when I was like 4 or 5 months old, my mom said it all fell out and then grew back in black. So I had all these little like pin pricks around my head where all my hair was growing in as my hair was growing thicker. And Molly's hair is starting to do that. She's got little pin pricks all over her head, and her hair is growing in blonde. She is going to be blonde. She's not going to have dark hair. I'm really sad, but whatever. By the time she's a teen, she will have brown hair again. So yes, her hair is actually getting lighter and it's growing in like a really light brown, like a blonde. So she's probably gonna either have light brown with blonde highlights or she's gonna be pretty golden blonde until she's about 10 years old, which is how my mom was, it's how my sister was, it's how my husband is, and it's how 7 of his siblings are. He only has 1 sibling out of the 9 of them that had dark brown hair and it stayed dark brown, and that is his youngest sister. Yeah, her hair is turning blonde, and it's like dark on top and dark like right above her neck and like kind of dark on the sides where it's still there, and then like where there's been like new growth because her head's getting so much bigger, it's light, and then like on her bald spot and just like underneath all that downy there is blonde hair growing in. She is definitely a mover and a shaker. She loves to just move and kick her legs and just, oh, she is so excited to be on the move, and I'm not so excited for her to be on the move. So I'm not really encouraging her too much to like crawl, but she'll do it before I know it. And she, like, you hold her, she just kicks her legs out and moves her arms. She just like loves moving around. Also, when she's laying on her back, she will try to like sit up, like using just her abs. So it looks like she's doing a sit up, and she can't do it. Usually she ends up with her legs coming up instead of her front going up. But yeah, she's definitely like trying. She doesn't know she can like use her arms to push up, but once she figures that out, she's gonna be able to pull herself or push herself to sitting. So, woo! So as for her eating, she is still exclusively breastfed. I'm not going to start her on solids until she's 6 months old. I think I'm going to do a little bit of baby-led weaning, but I'm not going to do the like entirety of it. Probably because purees are easy to freeze. I'll have to see what she likes. I mean, if she likes chewing on real food, then yeah, sure. But I'm also planning on giving her a little bit of purees, and whether she likes them or not will determine like if I keep doing it. But before they're a year old, like, food doesn't, like, matter a whole ton, so it's not like it's gonna be her meal, so I'm gonna do that. She's still nursing. Nursing's going fine. Everything's great with that, and she is a pro at nursing, so she knows what she's doing. So, like, and then she nurses, like, a handful of times throughout the day. She usually goes about She usually goes about 3-ish hours, and then she's got like a stretch where she can go like up to 8 hours without eating and like not have a problem with that. And then she'll start to get cranky and hungry, and then she'll want to eat. But like, yeah, so that's really nice that she's got that big stretch. Now I just need to try to make that big stretch happen like earlier in the night rather than like that morning. So as for her sleeping schedule, the past 2 days actually I have put her to bed at 9. I think I'm gonna start putting her to bed at 9 now, and then have her get up at like 9ish. It's like 10:30 right now, and she's still asleep, or she might be actually awake and Ben's just playing with her. I'm not sure. But she's definitely been like more tired lately. She's been like rubbing her eyes like all the time, and so I think she's going through a growth spurt, and she's just sleeping a whole lot, which is not a big deal because when she's awake, she's definitely awake and she's definitely energetic. Um, for the past at least most of this month, she has been waking up twice a night to eat, and it's kind of annoying for me, but I'm used to it. I'm able to just lay on my side, whip out my boob, and like hold it up to her. I don't have to do much, and she just nurses. And then like when she's done, sometimes I'll just fall asleep with her right there. So I'll wake up and be like, oh, and then I'll like put my boob away. But if she finishes and I'm not asleep, then I'll just like pick her up and put her like back next to my head. We're still bed sharing. We'll probably continue to do that for quite a while until at least she doesn't need to nurse more than once a night. So uh, so I'm really glad that she's not going to bed at 11 anymore. She's like pretty happy to go down at 9. So I'm happy to do that for her, and we're able to like leave her in the bed and go do stuff for a little bit. And obviously once she's more mobile, I'm going to put her in her pack and play if I do that, because it is still next to our bed and all that. So she's not mobile enough yet that she's going to like roll off the bed. She's not like pushing up and like moving around that much yet. She will soon, so I can't do that too much longer. And then of course if she cries, I go in there and then she falls back asleep. Like, and I know which cries are just like stirring and which cries are like, I need my pacifier, blah blah, go to sleep. So yeah, she's been getting up twice a night to eat. She gets up at like 2 to 3. She also gets up at like 4 to 5. And it's really annoying, but whatever, it's ideal. It's not a big deal. And then she still takes a nap pretty consistently at like between 1 and 2:30. She'll take a nap for like 40 minutes, and then like just throughout the day she'll take naps as she's tired. And like I can tell when she's tired, because she gets like more cranky and stuff. So it's not a big deal to like just put her down for a nap. I either put her in her swing. She always sleeps like this in her swing. Or usually she just wants to be held, so I just like put her in my lap or like next to me, and she'll just sleep on my lap. So that's how we do it. It's not a big deal. Or like if I'm at my parents' house, my mom will just hold her and she'll sleep on my mom. My mom loves holding her. My mom like will not let her just like lay there and cry to go to sleep a little bit. Like I don't like let her cry it out, but like I can tell when she's like actually crying because she needs something, or if she's crying because she's pissed that she's not being held. And so I'm trying to get her to like sleep without us holding her. My mom like loves to hold her, so she like picks her up and carries her, and I don't have a problem with that. So she sleeps on my mom also, or like next to my mom. My mom tries to set her down and she wakes up and cries. Mom's like, oh, okay. So she just loves holding her, so I don't have a problem with that. And then also, she is growing a lot. She had her 4-month checkup a month ago, and she weighed 14 and a half pounds and was like a little more than, she was like 25 and a quarter inches long, I think. And she's in the 75th percentile for height, so she's tall, and she's in the 52nd percentile for weight, so she's like tall and skinny. And here she comes. Oh, here comes Ben. He went over there. She is in size 2 diapers still. She's in Love's diapers. Love's fit her the best, and so we do Love's diapers now. And she's growing out of her 3-month clothes and her 3 to 6 month clothes. So she's in like 3 to 6, 6, and some like 9-month clothes. So, oh, she's smiling at me. And she's a really happy baby. She has a really happy demeanor, and she's over there getting her diaper changed right now, and she's just totally happy, just kicking up a storm. And she loves her daddy. She loves her daddy. She smiles so big whenever he comes home from work. And she loves her mommy, and sometimes, like, other people hold her and she cries because she wants us, so it feels really good that she wants us over everybody else. So I'm gonna go. That's pretty much it for this month. So I will be back later with my postpartum update. Bye.